die Slowakei und Deutschland haben wir schon begeistert. Jetzt bringen wir unseren Zirkus und unsere Leidenschaft nach England und wir wollen auf weitere Märkte erschließen. Unsere Gründer sind André Novotny und Pavel Neruda. Wir sind OKTAGON MMA.
Stuttgart, seid ihr ready für den Abend? Herzlich willkommen erstmal! Das geht noch weiter! Wir freuen uns sehr, heute hier zu sein mit euch in Stuttgart. Das erste Mal. Und natürlich freuen wir uns alle auf alle Kämpfe, aber wer kommt hier aus Stuttgart und hat ein Kämpferherz mitgebracht und den wollen wir heute Abend gewinnen sehen? Christian the Kelt Jungwirth. Außerdem viele weitere tolle Kämpfer mit am Start. Es wird nicht langweilig, es wird spannend, es wird Emotionen geben und wir wünschen euch allen heute Abend einen schönen Abend, habt viel Spaß und gebt alles!
OKTAGON is coming to conquer another city. One of the organization's most popular warriors is back in the game. At every tournament, his explosive performances and fighting spirit never fail to blow the fans away. This is the immortal Christian, the Kelt Jungwirth. Challenging him to a rematch is none other than the Prince of Bratislava himself, Robert Pukac, who is out to avenge the defeat he suffered at the hands of the Celts 2 years ago. An extreme battle between two warriors who possess devastating power. With 9 first-round KOs on his records, the monster from Munich, Ironside Popek, will be going up against Denver, Colorado's ruthless Grizzly Kimball, who racked up 14 incredible knockouts. Former title challenger Mate Kertész is about to enter his 16th OKTAGON fight, where he'll go head-to-head with Nicholas Stolzer, who recently sent Kalashnik to his knees. A duel between two masters of the first round finish. This is the battle between Cordero, who often finishes his opponents in seconds, and in his OKTAGON debut, Dominik Schrober, with an awesome 10 first round finishes on his record. Dangerous finisher Ruben Viking Wolf has taken on some of the world's most prominent heavyweight and light heavyweight fighters, and now he's about to put the undefeated Sebastian Herzberg to the test. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OKTAGON 55, Jungwirth versus Pukac 2. Purchase the pay-per-view and enjoy 6 hours of adrenaline-charged, action-packed entertainment featuring the best of European MMA. Watch the tournament from a front-row seat on OKTAGON.tv.
Herzlich willkommen, meine Damen und Herren. Krásný dobrý večer, dámy a pánové. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen in Stuttgart. My name is Ondřej, this is Brian, English voice of OKTAGON, and this is Philip, German voice of OKTAGON.
Hallo Stuttgart, wo sind die Fans von Christian Jungwirth? Well, I think they passed the vibe check, didn't they?
Yeah, I definitely think that this night is going to be crazy. We are in the new city, Stuttgart, for the very first time, sold-out arena, and I'm expecting nothing but the hell.
Listen, this arena is absolutely massive. There's not a seat left in the house, and we know we're going to have an epic walkout with Christian Jungwirth, but the rest of the card as well is fantastic, Andre.
But let's stay on the top. Christian against Robert is second fight of these two fighters. First one was somehow strange. So what we knew and what we are expecting for this one?
I absolutely love to see how fighters in a short time frame completely reinvent themselves. Robo Pukac changed his team, comes up with a completely new lineup. But I mean, hey, we have seen Christian Jungwirth since his injury. He was getting as big as a horse, and he's getting strong in there and looks to take the victory in front of his hometown crowd, isn't he?
I met him like 2 hours ago, and he was just fully focused, you know, prepare for crazy walkout. Many fans came just because of him. So what do you think about Christian? Will he handle this? Because it's not easy to be in somehow hometown in front of your crowd.
We're going to find out, but I feel like Christian Jungwirth and his rise in mixed martial arts, his rise through Octagon from a mid-card fighter to now headlining in his home city is one of the most epic stories. A self-made man. Every performance he's put on in that cage has earned him every single one of these fans. So I feel like this could bring it something even more special out of the man tonight.
But there's much more fights what we are looking for. One of them is Alexander Popek against UFC vet Jeremy Grizzly Kimball. He's finally back, so what do you think about this one?
I think Popek also changed his team and got some new coaches in there. He's going to come up there with, as he said, the old Ironside is back. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to see against Jeremy Kimball. But Jeremy Kimball, on the other hand, is very dangerous. You might not assume it when you look at him, but he can make people sit down just by throwing calf kicks. And that's also be a dangerous opponent for Alexander Popek. He's not to be underestimated.
Yeah, for me, this as well has the story of Kimball missing weight, 3.5 kilograms. It says a lot about Popek as well, because he didn't want him to make a certain weight today. He said, just let him weigh on the scales. We'll agree 96.6 kilograms. As long as he hits that, I will still fight him. I want to step out here in Germany and wipe away that loss against Pavel Langer in Oberhausen.
We have to say that there is also Stolze against Kertész, but Jaime Cordero, like also local guy, KO machine against Dominic Scheber. It's somehow between Austria and Germany and between two knockout artists.
It's going to be amazing. I mean, whoever connects first is probably going to win, and it's going to be really dramatic. What's your take on it, Brian?
Listen, everyone that I speak to, we talk about the big names. You got obviously the Jungwirths, the Pukacs, the Popeks. You got Stolzer in there. But everyone, when we talk about this fight, they kind of go, this could be the one. This could be mayhem.
There's also Topolai against Rishabhi, but one dark horse is definitely Jakub Bahník against Wahid Najad. He's one of the biggest Afghanistan fighter with incredible story, now lives in Germany 2 years. He's trying to speak German also. Many fans came just because of him, so they are expecting crazy war, and it should be the stand-up war.
Absolutely. I mean, Wahid Najad, he's coming in there ruthlessly, just attacking. He's got no fear, just goes forward, and that's how he smashes his opponents. But with Jakub Bahník, he's facing an extraordinary striker, very skilled kickboxer, and it could be very dangerous against this guy.
Yeah, look, I'm from Britain, and I've seen what Bahník has done to a lot of British fighters. Ashley Grimshaw, Jay Cuccinello, he has that sort of powerful touch. But there was a look in Najad's eyes yesterday where he wants to prove himself. So, again, fireworks written all over this one, Andre.
So we got 12 course menu in front of us, and as Stuttgart is rocking this year in Bundesliga, by the way, congrats. So I believe that you will rock also this MMA tournament, so you will be on the top also in MMA rankings. So Stuttgart, if you are ready, we are ready. Let's kick it off. This is Octagon 55.
Well, there we have it. Welcome to Octagon 55 out of Stuttgart. Myself, Luke Barnett, will be joined by Brian Lacey in the commentary box soon. It has been a sellout crowd here, and we are already filling out in Stuttgart as we wait now for the graphic to let me explain to you the rules of mixed martial arts that we're going to see. We have 12 fights tonight, obviously headlined with a fantastic fight between Jungwirth and Pukac, the rematch.
So we take a look at this arena that is filling up now. Luke, I'll let you talk us through the rules of the Octagon cage.
And here we have the mixed martial arts rules that will take place in a cage in the shape of a circle known as the Octagon cage. You can use stand-up techniques from boxing, Thai boxing, karate, and others. And if it continues to the ground, you can wrestle, sambo, jiu-jitsu, and any techniques that once it hits the floor. These fights will be fought over 3 5-minute rounds. Our main event, I believe, is 5 5-minute rounds, even though it's not for a title. It was one of the, one of the things that was asked for to make sure that we had this rematch happen, and then the matches can end either by knockout, submission, or referee stoppage. And if they make it to the end of the fight, it goes down to our judges and they decide the victor.
Also here at Octagon, open scoring is in play, so you'll be able to enjoy this card as it unfolds. These are the prelims, kicked off as a YouTube-free prelim. Jacinta Austin taking on debutante Karolina Wojcik. Then we have Tabrasiano taking over Avramovic stepping in on less than a week's notice for this fight. Then we have the baby mama versus the professor. Dr. Rosa Gumina taking on Lucia, the silent killer Svabova, as she returns to MMA after 3 years away. Undefeated in the Octagon cage is that 6-0 prospect from Slovakia. Then we have Diegashek versus Serbesis, the Spider, looking to build on his last victory, and Diegashek looking to get back in that win column. That battle of German gyms will take place here at Octagon 55. Then Montagnac will take on Sebastian Heil in a light heavyweight contest, and the feature bout, and one to watch for sure, is Jakub Banik taking on Najand. Najand stepping in here, actually usually fights at welterweight, was so desperate to get onto the Octagon cards, said I will happily take those few extra kilos to get that opportunity. And then we open the card with Rishavi versus Topolaya. Rishavi out for revenge for Topolaya beating and finishing his mate Roman Paulus. Then we have Ruben Wolf versus Herzberg. That's a heavyweight contest. Then the firework fight, that is Cordero versus Schrober. Middleweight mayhem will ensue on the main card here. Kurtesh versus Stolzer. That welterweight fight will see Kurtesh make his 16th walk to the Octagon cage, where Stolzer will be making his second and looking to be making mark again. Popek versus Kimball, our co-main event at light heavyweights. And then Jungwirth versus Pukac too. That's the main event of the evening. That's the main man of the city, Christian Jungwirth. But Robert Pukac looking to exorcise the demons from Octagon Prime 5. A crazy set of scenarios and scenes outside the cage led to him capitulating and eventually quitting between rounds 2 and 3. Jungwirth, though, his has been a journey of physical rehabilitation, and he'll be set to return after that loss in Oberhausen that saw him sustain that elbow injury. But kicking us off tonight, what a fight this is. Australia versus Poland. Jacinta, the juggernaut Austin, coming back after fighting for the title against the Lister, against Karolina Wojcik. The Polish assassin will be looking to assassinate her opponent here in the Octagon cage. Can she do it on her debut? Both these ladies set and ready to kick us off here in Stuttgart for Octagon 55.
The ever-expanding strawweight division has a new addition. Former world number 35, Karolina Wojcik. The ambitious Polish fighter's first opponent in the Octagon cage will be none other than recent title challenger, Jacinta Austin. The Australian is starting to feel at home in Germany, where she's about to enter her 3rd consecutive fight on German soil. Dalista's recent opponent will be hoping to repeat the success she had in Oberhausen, where she had one of the best nights of her career after claiming a first-round victory against Georgios Bagashvili via chokehold. Austin has developed her well-rounded fighting style amongst professional fights in boxing, BJJ and K1, earning her the reputation as one of Octagon's most dangerous women. The Polish assassin, Karolina Wojcik, currently has scored 11 wins on her record, which she has claimed over quality opponents in Brave, KSW, and in the American organization Invicta, where she recently fought for the title. In 2018, she earned the African Championship belt in a 5-round bout with Kiara Penko. She now represents the Northwest Fight Academy in Preston, England, where Aaron Abbey and Corey Fry also train. And she feels more than ready to fight her way towards a title shot in Octagon.
Wasting no time to make that walk to fly that flag high is Karolina Wojcik, the Polish assassin. Here she comes, making a march on the Octagon cage, looking to make a statement here in her debut. Now, Luke, you know this young lady extremely well, as do I. fighting out that Northwest Fight Academy. Steve Nightingale in the corner, Corey Fry in the corner, back home as well. Trains with the likes of Octagon fighters like Megan Morris and, of course, Aaron Abbey. This young lady, she was born to fight. I made the statement, maybe the most Polish woman I've ever met in my life. Intensity personified, and she cannot wait to get in there and show Octagon fans exactly what the assassin is all about.
Intense is definitely the word, Brian. Extremely intense, brought it at the weigh-ins. You know, intimidates her opponents, but backs it up as well. Extremely aggressive when she gets in the octagon cage, comes forward, throws heavy, looks to get you down to the mat, and is very, very competitive everywhere. Good on the feet, very, very fast and strong on the ground as well. The athleticism, in my opinion, is in the Austin corner. She definitely is the more athletic of the two women, but she makes up for it with tenacity.
Tenacity is a perfect word, because you saw it at the weigh-ins. She brings the intensity right from the start. Every moment of this week that she has been here in Stuttgart, she has been bouncing around the hotel. Steve Nightingale said it's almost difficult to make a conserved energy loop, but when she brings it inside the cage, she will be in your face whether it lasts 1 minute or 15 minutes, and that is something I don't believe Jacinta Austin has faced before.
Definitely a 3-round fight. I will go decision, and will be fighting from pillar to post in the dying moments of the fight as well. There she is, the first time she's entered that octagon cage.
Now we welcome back the former title challenger, Jacinta the Juggernaut Austin. And Luke, instantly a different energy, a different focus, a different mentality as she looks to get back in the win column to remind people just why she got that title shot. Now look, her accolades in MMA are fantastic. 5-2, already earned that title shot. But in striking in Muay Thai, she has won multiple times the Oceanic title, the Australian title. She's a #1 ranked strawweight in Australia and New Zealand. She has not made this trip just to roll over to the Polish assassin. And when I spoke to her, there was just like a joy about being back, but a real business head on her. She's here to do a job, and she's here to get it done now.
And that's exactly what happens when you come off a title shot and you get beat, and you had that opportunity. You have to start all over again. You have to reprove yourself. You have to come back in and take it on Caroline Wojcik, who has been out, not inside the octagon cage, but in other promotions, has been all over the world, competed, won titles. Is an extremely tough test. You know, so she really needs to prove herself here and do it in fashion. We know she's capable of it. We know she has the striking abilities. She moves extremely well. She's smooth. They call her the Juggernaut because of the size and the power that she possesses for a young lady. But it'll be very interesting to see how these two match up athletically when they come together and they grab hold of each other, because for me, Jacinta is one of the more athletic women that we've seen inside the cage.
Yeah, she also showed off her mixed martial arts skills with her debut at Octagon. Got that submission win over Bagashvili. And now she is set and ready to kick us off here on what will be an epic and monumental night here in Stuttgart. Both ladies inside the cage. This a strawweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This is the tail of the tape. Both young ladies 29 years of age. Jacinta Austin will have the height and the reach advantage. Experience on the side of the Polish assassin, Karolina Wojcik. But just look at that. The tip sport odds cannot split them. Neck and neck they are. And both will be looking to come back of losses. In fact, both ladies have never had back-to-back losses in their entire MMA career. This is the opening fight of Octagon 55. Let's get it underway. Let's hand it to the one, the only, Mr. Andrei Novotny.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Stuttgart, sold-out arena, and we are ready for 12-course menu for tonight for Octagon 55. Let me introduce you our first fighters. Our fight will strawweight for 3 5-minute rounds, and we will start in a blue corner. She's 29 years old. She stands 158 centimeters tall, weighing in at 52.6 kilo. Represents Northwest Fight Academy. Coaches in her corner are Stephen Nightingale, Kamil Zawarsky, and Corey Fry. She has a professional record of 15 fights, 11 wins, 4 losses. Representing Neruda Cup team YesTV and fighting out of Poland in the blue corner, Karolina Polish Assassin Wojcik. In the red corner, across the cage, 29 years old, 164 centimeter tall, weighing 52.7 kilograms. Represents Cariotti MMA, and the coach in her corner is Alex Cariotti. She has a professional record of 7 fights, 5 wins, 2 losses, and representing Nerura Cup team OKTAGON.TV club, fighting out of Australia. Former championship OKTAGON MMA fighter Jacinta the Juggernaut Austin.
Okay, ladies, you know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. If I say stop, you stop. Fight hard, fight fair. Touch your gloves, step back.
Set and ready we are. This is the opening bout of OKTAGON 55. Karolina Wojcik, the Polish assassin. White kit, blue corner. Jacinta, the Juggernaut Austin. Black kit, red corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett here in Stuttgart. Off we go, Luke.
You could see there when they came together, just the size of Jacinta. Very, very powerful and great on the feet when she gets going.
Karolina Wojcik coming from that Northwest Fight Academy, a very particular style they have coming out of that camp. Like to close the distance, look for takedowns. Control with the grappling.
Yeah, at the moment Karolina drifting a little bit to the left, moving into that power shot for Jacinta. See if she can capitalize on that earlier before she makes the adjustment. As I say that, Karolina coming in, landing a good solid 1-2. I feel like Karolina's just going to try and set up the takedown, time it well, rather than try and get like overextend and go for it. She's going to work on the feet. She's going to see that opening, and then we'll see her change levels and look to get it to the mat. That's my expectations, Brian. But we never know what's going to happen when the Polish assassin gets in the cage.
Yeah, I spoke to Aaron Abin.
Boy, nice shot there from Jacinta.
She said sometimes you can plan whatever you want, and then the red mist drops, and Karolina just does what Karolina does.
Yeah, one of those fighters that's extremely difficult to corner, I believe. Switching stance there, though, lands a good left hand. Nice, switches back.
Jacinta Austin, so comfortable. I mean, she's given up a lot of experience in the world of MMA, but her striking background, the amount of fights she's had there.
Beautiful right hand landed there. You can see it, that striking ability that she has. And now we'll see if the Juggernaut's power and athleticism. This is what I'm interested in, to see how Karolina can deal with the strength as they clinch together here. Very, very solid from Jacinta. Up against the fence, tie clinch, tie plum, knees to the midsection.
Yeah, this week, Karolina said it was the best weight cut she's had. She said, she even joked to her corner and said, should we just get to 48 just to see if we can do it?
I think she'd be miserable if she attempted that. But looking like she's being bullied a little bit here by the Juggernaut.
This is the game of Jacinta, though, the clinch game, the Muay Thai background. Oh, look at that, looking for a little trip as well.
And those little shots to the body, those nice shuck off there, though, from Karolina. Little body shots with the knees, they're very, very helpful and effective, and they really do add up over time.
Nice little elbow on the break, just over the top from Jacinta. You see a red mark on the left side of the face of that.
Nice right hand from Karolina. Came in fast there, closed the distance, and threw a short right. I think when they're on the outside, that's when Jacinta really has the advantage with that kicking game that she possesses.
Big shots.
This is more what I expected from the Polish assassin.
Oh, look at the face of Jacinta Austin. She's eating a lot of those right hands. Keeps touching that left eye as she comes around, Luke.
Another right hand lands.
Oh.
Left hand lands too. Found her distance here as Karolina. I still don't like her drifting up to the left.
Look at, as Jacinta comes around, just check out that left eye, Luke. And it's those heavy right hands.
Another one lands there. But Jacinta giving as good as she gets at the moment. She's landing some great shots, especially up that right hand. Catches the leg.
Corey Fry in the corner there of Karolina Wojcik. Oh, look at the left eye. Look at it.
Yeah, you see the bruise of that big right hand. That hammer landing over and over again. Again, though, in this tie plum, she looks so powerful, does Austin. She's just pushing and bullying Karolina back.
Yeah, size is certainly playing a part here. And she was doing well in the Delista fight, right? We were watching that, and you literally said there's been no takedowns, and we haven't seen anything on the ground. Delista delivered, then got the finish. But up until that point, Jacinta certainly had some moments.
She's looking great in these ranges now. Actually completely different to what I expected. Nice trying to hit that elbow on the break like she did earlier as well. I expected Karolina wanted to come forward, grab hold of her. Now she's got the body. This is more what I expect from the Polish assassin. Great work. Minute remaining now, 50 seconds in this first round. Got a good measure of each other in this fight.
Yeah, they taste each other's power and a little feel on the strike, on the feet, and then also up close.
Great hips from Jacinta there, though, turning her out. And we have to remember as well, for Austin, she traveled a long way to be here, and I feel like the travels have, she's been almost zombified walking around the hotel. Hopefully has adjusted to that. Looks like she's adjusted to it in this first round. Maybe later on in the fight we could see the cardio affected from the travel.
Yeah, she said to me that even weigh-in day, they were just wide awake at 2 a.m. just waiting. Oh, another shot.
That right hand lands again and again and again.
Again, big shots to finish the round, toe to toe. What a start to this card. Oh, that kick nearly connected.
Beautiful opening round from both girls. You see the mouse, big mouse underneath the left eye. That is the right hand of the Polish assassin doing that damage. Not a single takedown attempt in that first round. They very, very happy to go toe to toe.
The clinch, though, is interesting for me, Luke, though, because like you said, Jacinta seems to have control of it, looks a little stronger.
Yeah, once she manages to establish it, when she can get the plumb and she can establish, but in between that is when she's getting caught with the short, sharp shots of Karolina Wojcik.
Take a listen into the corner.
I feel like a lot of confidence, would have been built in that first round for Karolina. I feel like coming into this fight, shorter, smaller reach, you know, that right hand spin.
That's the money shot, right?
She hasn't missed with it when she's thrown it. And we see here with the judges, mixed bag here. Red corner, two of them believing that Jacinta, maybe the clinching, got her the victory in that first round. So interesting. And our second judge has it scored to the Polish assassin as we open up our second round.
Off we go. Jacinta Austin, red corner. Karolina Wojcik, blue. And again, 2 rounds. 2 of the judges have given two 10-9 rounds, sorry, for Jacinta Austin. And 1 for Karolina Wojcik as we step into round number 2 here in Stuttgart. Oh.
Which is interesting with seeing the damage on the face of Jacinta and the shots that are landing. Seemed to me that the better shots are landing for Karolina, but the clinch and the control of the fight, pinning up against the fence, and lots of shots were landed knees to the body. Coming in nice there, landing that two-piece combination.
Oh. Any adjustments you'd look for from either girl in this?
I think mixing it up from either of them, maybe not Jacinta, but Karolina doesn't even need to get the takedown, but even showing the attempts. Here's a takedown from Jacinta, attempt. I think that changes the dynamic of the fight. At the moment, it's just been a stand-up fight completely. Now we have an attempt from the Juggernaut. Looking good here, though. Good hips from Karolina. Has a tight whizzer on that right side. Could look to get a judo toss as she comes up there, tries to bring out the outside and does with ease and gets on the back.
Oh, Jacinta Austin looking for this. She got a rear naked choke finish in the first round in her debut for Octagon over Sofia Bagashvili. Interesting though, Luke, if there had been tip sport odds to see who would shoot first, the money would have been on the other side, I'm sure of it. But again, showing that this is mixed martial arts. Jacinta Austin coming with a full vocabulary of weapons.
Yeah, I think that's extremely intelligent. That's when you said, what switches would I make? That is what I would have made. Now she's on the back. She's attempting, got body triangle. Karolina doing the right job, though, standing up, pinning her up against the fence. She looks hungry here to me, Jacinta. She's coming to this fight, you know, looking to re-establish herself. And just, you know, make it tough for Karolina to break through the ranks. And she is so far winning that first round, according to our judges. Now on the back, looking to sneak an arm underneath the jaw. Good work here, though, from Karolina. Cornering and saying, stay on the hands. Needs to be careful. She doesn't make any small error here to give up that neck. But Jacinta seems very comfortable on the back here. Laced up that left leg.
2 finishes from Jacinta Austin. Both of those are submissions. Both those submissions are rear naked chokes.
Yeah, she loves this position. And she got it in a very great fashion with that takedown attempt. Allowed her to get back to her feet. Dived on the back. Saw it, the opening, and just jumped on top. Carolina deal with this, though? She needs to kick out that left leg. She needs to clear that hook. Rather than shaking. Shaking will work, but it will work better when you clear that laced leg. So she needs to kick that left leg forward. But to do that, you need to have all your weight and the Juggernaut's weight on one leg. Wow. She needs to use her pin up against the fence. Now she's, by pushing herself away from the fence, now she's carrying all the weight. Her legs are going to get very tired, maybe going to fall backwards here. Great work, this.
And again, when you take into account, we know that Jacinta Austin is up on 2 of the judges' scorecards, has taken that first round.
Yeah, and also eaten a lot of time in this second round, minute and a half left, and it's been all Jacinta.
Right in the corner as well, Karolina Wojcik, Steve Nightingale, excellent mixed martial artist and grappler.
Especially in the grappling realms as well, yeah. For Nightingale. I'm surprised they're not looking to clear that leg, especially right now. She's got the moment here where if she could just, rather than shake that off, she needs to try and clear, but it's very difficult when you've got to stand on one leg. Yeah. She needs to rotate. See how she's, at the moment, facing the fence. She needs to have Jacinta Austin on the fence, taking some of the weight off her. The moment she's leaning on the fence to try and lose the weight, but she can't do anything about it. Last minute, a fantastic round, this.
Yeah, Jacinta mixed it up. And again, a surprise. We thought it might be actually Karolina Wojcik looking for the takedowns. Really great work from Jacinta Austin.
Cannot free herself at the moment. Frustration must be building for the Polish assassin.
And look, Karolina has got already 11 professional victories, but only 2 finishes there, Luke, so it's a big ask coming into round number 3. You can hear Steve Nightingale.
There you go. Now they're trying to get the leg free. That's what she should have been doing for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, you can.
Now she's in the right position, pinned her up against the fence. She needs to wrap that hand. 10 seconds left. What a round from Austin. Beautiful work.
And it leaves it all to do for Karolina Wojcik.
Yeah, definitely going to be losing judges' scorecards. So she can't do anything about it in this third round apart from getting finished.
Karolina, Jacinta walking back. That right leg is almost dead as well because it's had that body lock. But she will now have a minute to bring that blood back into it. But right now, there is the corner with it all to do, right? There is the corner that have got to make something happen in this third and final round here at Octagon 55.
Yeah, and I feel like she gave her best with that right hand. She landed it heavy in that first round. Didn't even really shake Jacinta. In this weight division for the ladies, don't see many knockouts, don't see many finishes. Maybe a submission might be the only way for her in the third, but she doesn't even look like she's tried to get a takedown or come close. Got controlled. Here we see this beautiful attempt. We see their judges confirm our thoughts. All judges scoring out to Jacinta, and she just jumps on the back here. And then could not free herself for the entirety of that second round.
I just saw Karolina Wojcik look up at the screen. She'll be fully aware now exactly where she stands.
Oh, she'll bring the pressure now, Karolina. She's a 3-round fighter. She comes in with fire. You cannot count her out at any moment. There you see her. She'll fight to the dying moments of this third round.
Jacinta Austin, though, what a...
Been a beautiful performance.
Yeah, exactly.
And timing perfectly, very intelligent in that second round, mixing it up well, showing her entire skill set. I feel like on the feet, she does well from distance and the kicking distance, but when they were a little bit closer, Karolina was landing well, so she decided to switch it up, get the takedown. Don't want to be in there just in case. But we need to see more. Nice long knee there. Need to see more out of the Polish assassin now. She needs to give everything in this third round.
Yeah. Fired that right hand, just missed. Needs high output though here. Another one. Another big right hand.
Nice right hand lands again. She cannot miss with that right hand when she wants to throw it. Cut opens up.
A
beautiful elbow.
A huge slice on the forehead of Karolina Wojcik.
Yeah, as she came flying into that elbow, and then a little bit of a headbutt there as well as they come together. But beautiful work from Jacinta. But we know that blood will only motivate Karolina.
Yeah, you can see that's a massive cut on the right. The referee taking a look at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the referee wanted to get our doctor in here to have a look at this. Blood pouring now on the head.
Another elbow there from Jacinta. Utilising all those weapons,
there. But it's very high on the head. This is a beautiful opening fight for our card here in Frankfurt. Frankfurt, it's in Stuttgart.
Frankfurt, May the 4th. Join us for that one as well.
That's what I meant. That's what was on my lips. A bloodbath now, this one between the two girls. Karolina still not even looked once for a takedown. 3 minutes in, all nice left hand lands there for Jacinta.
Oh, another clinch.
And that's beautifully circled out there, let go and went to work again. Beautiful slice there on the top of the head. It's gruesome. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. I can see it from our angle, but on the camera there you can see it. Wait, good stepping knee. I mean, this Jacinta Austin is phenomenal.
And it is a statement, right?
Yeah, for the Octagon fans that don't know Karolina Wojcik, she has been all over the world, won titles across the globe, in Africa included, and she's been in this game a long time, very tough individual. And Jacinta now really making it look easy in all variations. First round striking, second round got the grappling, got on her back, and now just bullying her.
And that blood is starting to bother her as well. You can see her blinking. That really is dripping down into the right eye of Karolina Wojcik. 1 minute 55 seconds left in this third and final round.
There you see the blink again. Bloodbath there.
We sometimes wonder how long the canvas will last. Not long tonight, Luke. Not long.
And that was a very laboured, poor attempt at a takedown there. They are not good. Nice little elbow on the inside. That one hurt. Backs up there. Karolina off that nice stiff right elbow. Oi, straight right hand as well now. Jacinta opening up, long knee. Utilising all the weapons.
They're bringing pressure. The pace of this fight as well has been outstanding from these two.
Switches up to the body lock. Pressure up against the fence. Looks for that outside reap.
And again, just mixing it up, Luke. Mixing up what she's doing in the cage.
I think the size of Jacinta surprised me when you saw them come together at the beginning of the fight, because she's wide as well. You know, she's long, tall, very, very thick set, athletic, and you can see Karolina struggling with it here, struggling with the power in the clinch. Beautiful knee. Watch the elbows as they break.
Oh. You can hear the corner there, getting more urgent from Corey Fry and Steve Nightingale.
Got to give everything into these dying 30 seconds, but it's so scary now, flying forward into those elbows. Every time, because she's closing the distance so much, trying to land, she's walking into big shots. Walked again into another big shot. Lands a good right hand.
Oh, what a way to start the card here.
Again, lands a good right hand. Dying seconds, 10 seconds to go.
Off they go, swinging for the fences. Caked in the play.
Big right hand. Great performance as well from Karolina Wojcik, letting everyone know what she is about here at Octagon MMA. A bloodbath of a battle between these two ladies in an over fight.
What a way to start the night. Oh my goodness.
Did you just see slap the cut of Karolina, but in a nice way, but it just was funny how it unfolded.
Nothing but respect there between the two, but that is a war. Like you said, a bloodbath between these two ladies, kicking off the card here in Stuttgart. And Jacinta Austin, this I believe her third fight back-to-back in Germany. Building their own fan base over here, and with performances like that, you can see exactly why, right, Luke? High-level mixed martial arts there from that young lady, and used it to deliver an excellent performance against a tough and proven opponent in Wojcik. Yeah,
I feel like the Octagon fans don't know enough about Wojcik. We'll see her again, and maybe then, I think this performance and this fight will age extremely well for Jacinta, because this was a class act in this fight. That is the elbow. There's that
knife. Was it an elbow?
It was a right elbow. You saw it in that beautiful. There it is. Whoa. Part-time perfectly. And again, that was because Karolina was leading with her head a little bit. When she threw that right hand, she kept coming forward. We had quite a few collisions with the head. You know, headbutts, but Karolina's still happy. So we see the stats there. You can definitely see in the favor significant strikes, 155. in the Jacinta Austin corner. A hell of a battle between these two. We know how it's going to be got, not exactly how it's going to be scored, but we know which lady is going to take the victory. We said that she needed it after losing to the champion. She had to come back and re-establish herself. Has done exactly that. Jacinta Austin, for me, the best performance of her career tonight. Like I said, I believe it'll age extremely well as the fans get to know Wojcik. Doctor's just double checking that cut before we get this one, make it official. We bring them together. I'll hand it over now to Andre Naboni.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how judges score this fight. 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, all for the winner. Jacinta, the Juggernaut, Austin!
Jacinta, you tapped the elbow. It was a phenomenal elbow that opened up that cut. You were absolutely drenched in blood. You might need to get your hair done after this. But tell me, how do you feel after that performance and getting the victory?
I always feel good for the victory. If anything, I should have finished her. Definitely could. Should have pushed harder and finished that one. But I'm happy to be back in the winner's circle and back to making people bleed.
You've done that for sure. Look at this canvas. You also, I heard your coach saying you're not looking to wait around. You want to get straight back in there. What is next for you now you've made this statement?
Yeah, last fight we waited 6 months to get rebooked. I want to fight straight away. 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is, straight away. Let's go again.
Once you've had the hair done though, right?
Yeah, a few hundred there.
There we go. Congratulations on the victory once again. Welcome back, Jacinta Austin.
Well, Jacinta Austin making that look easy. Very calm there on the mic, says she could have finished her and should have finished her. I don't think she realizes how good of a fight that was and how well she has performed tonight to take home that victory against Karolina Wojcik. But she wants to get back in as soon as possible. Hopefully we see her soon. You see there, Octagon 56, April 20th in Birmingham in the UK. We have some of the UK stars performing there. Going to be an incredible night. Very, very blasé there, Brian, on the mic. Jacinta was, easy. Where can I do this again?
I just want to get back to making people bleed. There we go. She did a great job there. I mean, Karolina Wojcik, you said it perfectly at the end of that fight. For people that don't know her and her level and the experience she's had against top-level opponents, that is an outstanding performance. I think she might have to take a little bit longer than maybe 6 to 8 weeks after that, but it'll be exciting to see Jacinta back for sure, right?
Yeah, Jacinta, for me, like I said, needs to re-establish herself, needs to remind us of who she is. Did exactly that for me. Best performance of her career so far. Incredible stuff. That cut was brutal. That elbow was brutal. And you felt the blood, I think, when you got it.
I've literally got some of Wojcik on my hands right now. So we move onwards and we move now to this battle. This battle sets at a catchweight. We'll see Jon Tabaciano take on Nenad Avramovic. Avramovic stepping in for Zdeněk Polivka on just a few days' notice. Jon Tabaciano gave us that outstanding performance against Vlasto Chepo. Can he do it again, or will Nenad Avramovic win on his debut here in Octagon?
Jon Tabaciano versus Nenad Avramovic. There is a high probability of a finish before the limit in this battle of fighting styles. Lover of wild shootouts, Tabaciano will once again be looking to score a quick knockout at the Octagon 55 tournament.
Is born for